common things that I no longer buy and why. Join me on my journey of more intentional purchases and buying, and also save money by not buying them anymore and finding the why behind I'm not purchasing them anymore. Let's dive in the three topics that I have for you today: body care, entertainment, and household. I have for each phase something that you can pick out for yourself by getting more sustainable for the environment and also for your budget. And it could be something that you already do, but let's dive in. The first is body care. Body care is for sure one of the points where we women spend a lot of money. Might that be skincare, body care, just care and appearance that we want to put effort in. But especially like when we are going like on our period, the topic period, we have it every month. So we have to buy products to make us feel secure, to give us that thing. And from over the time, yeah, you're gonna use the tampons, you use the pads, you use any kind of that. But the thing is, over the time, I found out and found ridiculous that I have to buy a package of Always or any kind of brands of tampon, no matter what. The thing was, it added up so much money for me, and I thought I'm using them for 3-4 hours, not more, and then I'm gonna throw them away. First of all, my bin got very filled up in that month, and I had to dump that obviously. But it's not just that. I thought, for me, like, why would I put those pads, which are in general a bit of chemical cotton mixed kind of material? I thought for myself, is there something out there that I could use that is more sustainable, is easier and less harmful on my body? And I came across for two products, which are the menstrual cup, which is now the replacement for the tampons. And about the menstrual cup, if you think about it, like, yeah, like 40-50 euros for that cup on itself, it could be compared to a pack of pads or tampons you have. It is a different amount of money. But let me tell you, those cups, they're gonna last you 2 or 3 years depending on the silicone that they used from the brand or the production. But the thing is, you can use it all over again. You can wash it out, rinse it out, clean it in a sterilized way, and the security that it gives me to stay longer during the day safe without feeling to change or anything, getting the exercise done, it gives me more of a security and feeling. And the same goes with the pads. Like, that's the combination I personally use, is the menstrual cup and the pads. The pads is just for me to make sure that I have a double layer of protection if there would be any fluid coming out of the vagina. With the pads, I started that first because I got very irritated with all those pads that are in the usual common stores. They irritated or gave me a bit of rashes, and I do felt like uncomfortable. With the pads, I choose the cotton ones. There are sometimes even layers that you can have or are even thicker. And I'm just gonna wash them. I wash them on a higher temperature, get them safe, or give them like a little pre-wash or rinse before I put them in the laundry, just to make sure there will be no clumps or rest of blood on the fabric itself. And period underwear. I'm using as well period underwear on my lighter days, because I like the feeling of that my body has the opportunity to rinse everything out without interruption. The natural flow of the liquid or the fluid can go out. And that's really something I notice as well. You spend less money. Like, I buy every second or third year a new cup, and that's gonna last me the whole year, and I don't have to replace it for any tampons, pads, or anything. And the same goes with the cotton pads. They're so easily, I just have a few amount that I think I need during my cycle. But that's something really I want to give you at hand, is getting a bit more sustainable during your menstruation. When it comes to makeup, skincare, and all that kind of things, let's dive a bit more into the makeup first. What I do not use in general is a lot of makeup, but I just want to mention a few points for you that you can be more sustainable and also have less waste in the things that you need. So first of all, I don't use any makeup wipes or cotton pads or anything like that. The reason for it is you buy a package, it might be cheap, as said before, but in the end you have also something that I think is not that obvious to us, is you have to dump all your things. Like you're buying a product, and in the end you have to declutter it, bin it, and all that. And that can be very, very little more expenses that you might not think about. Is like getting the plastic bag, bringing it outside to dump it, or have to go further away to dump it somewhere else. It is something that we are not really aware of. It's normal. Yeah, I use the product and now it goes away, but that's not always the case. And when you're going more sustainable, especially in the direction of more zero waste, you're using the products by doing the thing that they need to do, but also you can use it again. You're just washing them, get them a little bit prepped up again, but you have the product again. And that's very essential if you're wearing everyday makeup, because you're using that product so much. Like every day you have to take it off, make that routine of washing your makeup off again. And it is so easier. And there's so many good options out there with cotton pads or any kind of fabric for makeup remover that can last very good. You can just put them in your laundry, dump them in, and then they dry out so quickly. And also you can use them like two times. I think that's the best. If you don't wear too much makeup, then 2 times in a row, and then you can take another one. And the same goes with the ear pads, like the little stickies. I forgot the name, but I'll put it down there. Is because you're using them just one little scoop, kind of cleaning out your ear, and then you dump it away. You have options nowadays with silicone ones which have little knots and points up there which can cleanse it. Also, I, for example, have like a little bamboo stick with like a little hook. It's a very little hook. I can blend it into the video, and that helps me a lot, because in general we are not supposed to clean our ears or push the thing inside more into the canal. It's actually the opposite. It goes more in than out. That's something you can also have a replacement for, that you don't have to buy in the long run. And when it comes to like skincare, exfoliating and all that, something that I also do not buy is mask. Like skincare mask, any mask that you can put on, especially the ones that are now very popular with those cotton sheets, like the pad almost in your face. It's not that I do not like them, it's more for me, I'm gonna pay for something that I use just once and then I have to dump it again. For me, the fact that I'm just buying and consuming something and in the end I have to dump it, I do not feel that comfortable anymore, especially if you're going on the more minimalistic journey, more intentional living, and also your finance. When you're buying those products all the time, you're wasting it on yourself. And of course it's nice to take care of your skin, but there's so many ideas out there where you can make your own DIY, use like a little cotton pad for yourself to make that mask. There are so so easy things that you can also implement, and not having that dumping effect, like that cycle of just going and dumping. Like, I feel like it's not an ended circle when you buy those kind of things that are produced for consuming and dumping. It's like a one-way line, and something that I want to create is more of a cycle where I can buy it, I use it, and I reuse it. It's like in that cycle where it gets sustainable in the long run, as well for my pocket, and that I know I have something that serves me in multiple ways. That's the key thing, I think. One thing as well, ladies, that we do is shave our bodies. I don't use, I think it's around 4 years now already, that I don't use disposal ones or one-way razors. It's just a waste of money for me. And I found out with one of those steel ones that you might have heard of it, they're quite popular now. It is way easier for me. I can use it for my whole body, every area. It just of getting a bit used to the weight and being very gentle in the beginning, especially because it's something new. You don't have maybe that many safety layers that you have on the other one. But that's really something that got me in the long run very well. Yeah, I paid quite a money for 50 or 40 euros for that razor. But as I mentioned, with the menstruation products, you will get the benefit in the long run. You just have the razor itself. You will replace all the razor blades by a month, or not even. They last you quite a long time. And that's something I know I can bring it everywhere with me, and it's sustainable. And I just like the idea of using something that I know is not a waste. I have to say that so many times, because sometimes I feel like we hear it or from someone else, from a video, but we might not get to that point where we actually gonna buy it. It's like, yeah, I know I heard it, but it's not really convincing me to get to that step to buy it. Now let's move on to the point number 2, is entertainment. Now, entertainment, especially nowadays, everyone has a phone. I do not buy every year the newest tech or phone. For me, it's not essential to be updated, to follow the crowd by using something that just came out, is trendy. I have my phone since 6 years, and it is totally fine. My Samsung, I'm loving it. Yeah, I might replace it in the next 1 or 2 years. But the thing is, I research a bit more before I purchase a phone to make sure the battery is quite a good quality, the camera lasts me quite long. And by that, I also take care of that item. I'm not treating it in a way that it can get damaged and all that. And to be honest with you, I'm not willing to spend 1000 something for a new gadget or phone that is almost the same as the last product from last year. I find that stupid, in a waste of money. Like, with €1,000 I can go on vacation. I can do a nice trip, buy me a lot of clothes if I do want. But I have way more reasons to spend that money in other things than in the gadgets or in the phone. And the same goes with PCs, with TVs, all that things. And I do not have a TV. I do not own a TV for the reason of those billing or taxes that you have to pay once a year to own a TV, kind of like the fee. I do not need it. Like, I have my Spotify subscription That's almost the one thing of entertainment that I have. I can listen to my audiobooks and everything. That's something that I paid premium of. And also, since I don't own a TV, I have no subscription to Netflix, Sky, or Disney, that kind of things. I do not want to entertain myself on the internet, to be more onto the social media, because I do feel like it distracts myself from my daily life of how I want to improve as a person and grow. It automatically shuts my system kind of down and I do not feel productive. Yeah, like here and there with friends and family or watching an anime is great. That's why I have a projector for like those movie nights. That's the only thing I do own in entertainment. But with the tech, it's usually just that little upgrade that you get, or as also like the color, the shape. They have to make it a bit more interesting to you that you actually buy it. Like, why would they just copy and paste the same phone that they had last year? No one is gonna buy it. If it's exactly the same, okay, yeah, if they change a bit the camera, that's already an upgrade. But also, the marketing has to make sure that you're driven to buy that product. Number three is household. I think household is one of the things, or basically the second, like I think we women spend more in body care. I think that's where our money is spent the most, I personally think. And then I would say is the household, such as cooking, decoration, all that kind of things. But I just want to go into the topic first of groceries or kitchen itself. I do not buy plastic bags or purchase them in the store anymore. I do feel like they're anyway very bad quality. The thinnest plastic that I can see, they get like a hole during your way home. It is crazy like how bad the quality is. And sometimes we have to pay 5 cents or 50 cents for getting one of those stupid bags. Just because you haven't made the thought of bringing your own bag. That's something you can really be more intentional of. And a good trick is also having always like a little bag with you. Nowadays they exist like those little bags that you can stuff in itself. It looks like a strawberry or a berry or a ball kind of. And having that always with you. Not just because when you're going for the grocery, it is also you're just going out with your friends and it could be that you're going for a little shopping or bring something home. Then you know in the backup you have your bag with you. And the same goes with plastic bottles. I do not buy plastic bottles, any kind of sodas anymore, just because I'm thirsty or especially water. I always bring my hydro flask with me everywhere I go, even to work sometimes. Because the thing is, I do not have to buy a stupid amount of water and dumping it again. It's always that consuming fact that gets me almost a bit annoyed of spending the money for nothing, just for having the water with you. And that goes also along with travel. When you go on your vacation, bring your own water bottle with you. You can fill it up anywhere in your hotel. There are even fonts where you can just go and hold your water underneath. That's all now in the cities. There is always a way. You'll find it. And the thing is, you're getting more aware of it. When you use that kind of product that I mentioned now, or actually not, you're getting aware of how you're going to spend it. And if you want, you can also calculate your expenses of, let's say you buy 3 water bottles per week and you know the price, like you know it, but let's add that up for 6 months. How much money you will get? I'd say you're mind blown away. It it just blows all away. And then a thing is like the baking paper, like that you put on the tray to go into the oven. The thing is, those baking, one-way baking paper that you put on for your oven plate, just to put it in for any kind of baking, cookies, and all that. I changed now a year ago to like one of those silicone ones. It was a bit of a thing, like I thought, oh, I'll try it, see how that works. And it works out so well. I'm so surprised. You can reuse it, you can wash it off, rinse it, and there is no issue at all. And you don't have to feel like, oh, I can only use it once or twice and it's get burned. No, it's not gonna happen. It's so easy to use, and I'm so happy that I purchased it. And also in your household, you can implement that in many things, in not buying always something of decoration. Don't buy always something new, like you reuse what you have. Like if you want to decorate a wreath every season out of your door, you can just buy yourself like a plain one and buy a few things that you can just um, wind it in. When you're being a bit more mindful of how you purchase your decoration thing, that can also help you. Let's say you have a wreath, you buy a plain wreath, you want to decorate them for any kind of events or seasons that you want to decorate with. But instead of buying for every season a new wreath or decoration, you have the plain one, and you can go by the little things you have, wind them in, put them on top, and that's the way of you can use the base every season and just change here and there a little things. And that gives you also the cycle of less spending, and you can always upgrade it a little bit. And over time, you can replace something or go into the second-hand stores. I do love them. They have a lot of Christmas balls or Easter stuff, anything autumn. It's awesome. I do love it. Yeah, so those are a few things that I do not buy anymore and the reasons why. I'm so curious, what are you things that you're not buying? Is there anything that you think is essential that I haven't mentioned? Let me know in the comments. And thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate that. Have a good day. Thank you. Bye.